Heidegger's thinking on right or truth as correctness through an example in Isaiah Berlin. In his interview, which you can see on YouTube with Brian McGee, the inaugural interview in the McGee series, which I commend to all students of philosophy. I think McGee is very old now. He may have parted, not sure. Isaiah Berlin gives the example of the plates, or I'm not sure if he says plates, but the plates are in the cupboard, or the cups are in the cupboard. How do you know? I've looked. This is an example of basically what we mean by empirical knowledge. And when I say we, I mean das Man. So in this situation, if somebody were to say they had a doubt that the plates were still in the cupboard, maybe they could get away with it if they had looked a few minutes ago and wondered if they forgot. But say they're standing right there, they say, how do you know? Because I'm looking at them and they're here. If they would doubt in that situation, standing right before them, looking at them, they see them, they would say this person has some kind of dementia, something's wrong with them. So this is correctness. Correctness means there are certain situations where it's always taken for granted that everyone should speak of knowing. By extension, in our Weltbild, we extend this to experts who would then have the right to say when an observation of this kind should be accepted in extraordinary circumstances, which we call experimental science. And this is where the proper meaning of the division of observation as observation of facts is divided from values or subjectivity. Somebody could still doubt, they could give reasons for doubting, they could go on for a long time, but this is not a question. But it doesn't matter when we think about this, so far as we're only trying to understand what Heidegger means by truth as correctness. So this is a beautifully simple notion, but it's also, there's a special intricacy involved in that it's dependent on what country we're in, where we live, and who are, so to speak, who are, as it were, epistemic peers are. It's dependent on who das Man is, and the das Man's identity is not simply obvious, so that either that it remains constant or the extent of the circle in which it comprises.